Good morning, dear students. Today, let's start the second poem of the syllabus. This is written by Kishwar Nahid. Let's see which is the second poem of the syllabus. The poem name is The Grass is Really Like Me. So, who has written this, children? It is written by Kishwar Nahid. Before starting the poem, let's have a look on the introduction of the poet. She is Kishwar Nahid, children. Kishwar Nahid was born in Bulandshahr, Uttar Pradesh in 1940. She is one of the best known women poets of Pakistan. She has written a collection of traditional ghazals. She was born in 1940, children. It was the India before independence in Bulandshahr, which was situated in Uttar Pradesh. Then she was the best known woman poets of Pakistan, and maybe afterwards maybe she has settled down in Uttar Pradesh and she started to write the traditional ghazals, children. As being from Pakistan, she was very writing uh, familiar in writing the ghazals. She has also written for children and for daily newspaper Jung. See, she was such a writer. She has not only written the ghazals, she has written for children also. Maybe she has written the stories, and she used to write for daily newspaper, and the newspaper name was Jung. Her poetry has been translated into English and Spanish. She is such a great personality where her poems have been translated in English and in Spanish, children. Her well known poem We Sinful Women was translated and edited by Ruxana Ahmed and published in London by the Women's Press in 1991. So, who had translated her well known poem, children? The well known poem of Kishwar Nahid was We Sinful Women, and it was translated and edited by Ruxana Ahmed, and it was published in London, actually. In which year? In 1991 by Women's Press. She held the position of Director General of the Pakistan National Council of Arts before her retirement. She was having a very respectable post, children, and she was having a position of Director General of Pakistan National Council of Arts, and she is retired. Before retirement, she held this position, this designation. She has founded an organization named Hawa, that is Eve, whose goal is to help women without independent income to become financially independent through cottage industries and selling handicrafts. Kishwar Nahid was very supportive towards women, and her goal was to support them in a financial way. It means she was not giving any amount to them, children, only she was helping them to work through cottage industries and through selling their handicrafts, which is made by women itself. And the earning which they were getting from cottage industries and selling, by selling the handicrafts, it was helping them financially. So this was her goal. To help them, she had founded an organization, and what she had named she had named it as Hawa. It's a name, children. It is a name of a Eve. Eve is a name given. Adam and Eve, maybe you are knowing. It is in the name given in the Bible. Hawaii is the name given in the Quran, children. Okay, let's proceed. Now, about the poem. The poem addresses the challenges faced by the woman in the present context. The poet finds similarity between her life and the life of a blade grass. Read the poem to understand in what specifics the poet and the grass are similar. What is the poem name, children? The poem name is The Grass is Really Like Me. And what kind of personality Kishwar Nahid was? Kishwar Nahid was very supportive towards the woman. She wanted the woman to be independent. She not wanted the woman to be dependent. So to help them, she had found an organization. And what is the name of the organization? It was Hawa. You can call it as Eve also. So such a personality where she wanted the woman to be very strong and courageous. She wanted the woman to find her own identity. So, based on the challenges faced by the woman in the society, she thought to write a poem on the situation of the woman. Means how woman is treated, what kind of identity she is getting in the society. Is she getting respect? Is she getting her proper place? Is she finding her identity? Is it possible for her to get a proper designation? That is what we have to find out by reading the poem. Here there is a comparison going on with the grass. The grass is really like me. The poet talks about the challenges, and here Kishwar Nahid compares her life to the life of a blade of a grass. Let's see how she compares her life with the blade of a grass. The grass is also like me. It has to unfurl underfoot to fulfill itself. But what does its wetness manifest? A scorching sense of shame or heat or the heat of emotion? It is a metaphorical poem, children, where a comparison is done. The comparison is done by poet with the grass. Here she compares herself with the grass which tries to unfurl, means to spread out from the ground. You can just recollect what is the size of the grass, and we never give a chance to grow, never give a chance to grow very tall. What we do, we just keep on cutting it. Why we cut the grass, children? When we cut the grass, it looks beautiful. That's what here she tries to unfurl, which tries to unfurl from the ground and grow. Unfurl underfoot to fulfill itself means it tells that the grass is also like me. Whenever a woman tries to gain courage, tries to find her place, tries to find an identity for herself, the society never supports her. What the society does? The society cuts her wings. How here? See, the grass will go on spreading, but on upper side what we see, the roots will be very strong, but from upside we see that when the grass will be growing, we cut it. That's what, children, here the poet tells that in a scorching sun, in a scorching heat, the woman is having her emotions. Who understands her emotions? Is there somebody else who understands, who supports her to gain her identity, to gain a place, proper place in the society? What does its wetness manifest? Means whom she should express it. Manifest means to express. Where she should go if she is not having a proper support, a strong support. What the society does, children? The society never allows her to fly freely, never allows her to gain identity independently. She is said that she is always dependent on others. This kind of understanding is brought in this first paragraph. It tells us that here woman whenever she tries to grow, whenever she tries to find her own identity, the surroundings will not be very supportive to her, and she will be having many kinds of dreams in her eyes, and to fulfill those dreams, she don't get that kind of support. Okay, in a sense of shame or heat of emotion, what she does, she kills those emotions in her eyes itself. She never express it to anyone else. The grass is also like me. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawn mower, obsessed with flattening it into velvet, mows it down again. So, in the same manner, the woman's freedom is stifled by the society and is not allowed to blossom. So, the poet tells here that the grass is also like me. Whenever it tries to raise its head, the lawn mower, the gardener, will come and he will cut it. He flattens it, and the gardener will be out of control. If you take an example here, the gardener is a society, children, is a surrounding. The woman will not be having a supportive surrounding, supportive atmosphere. So she will be in search of such kind of people where those people should support her. Those people should stand behind her to fulfill her dreams. So if they stand like pillar behind her, she will be successful in gaining her dreams, children, successful in fulfilling her dreams. But it is not possible. That's what she tells, that it is not possible. And this grass is also like me. It is not allowed to grow, allowed to raise its head. And soon the gardener will come and he flattens it. Okay, let's proceed, children. How you strive and endeavor to level woman down to, but neither the earth's nor woman's desire to manifest life dies. Take my advice. The idea of making a footpath was a good one. See, the poet says that despite of being soaked or scorched, if the grass continues to grow, it soon gets mowed down by the lawn mower, and men in the same manner try to push the woman down and keep under their feet. But the desire to lead a free life does not die either in the grass nor in the woman. Are you understanding? The desire to gain, to desire to fulfill the dreams never dies. That's what she tells here. Take my advice. The idea of making a footpath was a good one. Just like grass, how it is trampled, how it is cut down, you will think that she is warning the atmosphere. She is telling that if you think that you have trampled my dreams, you have trampled my uh, desire to grow, desire of growth, then you are in a wrong place, she tells. Making a footpath was a good one, means wherever she will go, she will make a way to reach her goal. Understood? Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage are grafted onto the earth. That's how they make way for the mighty, but they are merely straw, not grass. The grass is really like me. Just like the grass is moved down and grafted onto the earth as straws to be trampled upon, woman's freedom is also chopped off and is left to lead a life of submission. Thus, the poet feels that there is no difference between a woman and a blade of grass, children. Means, here the grass is also not having that much of courage to grow. Same way, the freedom is tripled. The woman is trampled, and just she will remain just like a merely straw, like grass. Understood? I didn't tell you the meaning of strive, children. The meaning of the strive means make great efforts to achieve. Endeavor means make an effort. Okay. Grafted means joined together, united, we can call it. Mighty means extremely, and merely means it is only. So here the poet gives a very important message to us that the woman, she tries to achieve her goal even though she is having so many problems. She ignores her pain, she ignores her problems, and she ignores that who are not supporting her. She manages herself to achieve the goal. But still, there are some people, children, who will not be willing to help the woman. They will be not very supportive, and they will cut her like the grass, cut her wings like the grass, and they will not allow her to find a proper place in the society. This is just a comparison, children. Nowadays it is not happening like that. You can see why Kishwar Nahid has written this poem. She was a writer in the year 1940. Now the situations have been changed. Wherever we go, in every field, we find a woman working, and woman is getting a equal place, getting a equal place, same like men in the society. Now in present situation I am talking, okay? In this new generation, the women are not less than men, children. They are also having the same place, same rights. They are also getting the same kind of opportunities how the men are getting. That's what today's poem. You can see here it is also translated by Ruxana Ahmed. If you have any queries, you can ask me in WhatsApp. And your homework is to read the poem and find out the difficult words. Write the summary of the poem and send me, children. Understood? What you have to do, you have to find out the meanings of the poem, find out the meanings of the difficult words. Sorry for that. Then write this summary in your own sentences. Try to write it. Write this summary of the poem and send to me. Okay? Meet you in the next session.